Alright, what's going on, boys? It's Lone Courier here. So I just need to apologise at the start if I'm a bit sniffly in this video. I'm fucking absolutely reeled by hay fever right now. It's insane. I've been staying in the house the last couple of days. I've been going out once or twice, but to be honest with you, when I've been going outside, man, like, this hay fever has been just absolutely doing my fucking titties in. It's insane. So I apologise for that. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about Modern Warfare a wee bit today. No to like rain positivity down in the game or anything like that, but more so just to discuss one element of the game that's pretty good. Well, it's not really just one element, I suppose it's quite a few, and that is more Modern Warfare as a template game for the future Call of Duty games. Now, usually with the past in Call of Duty, like, they've made big innovations, and these big innovations have leaked forward into the next few Call of Duty games. So I'll take Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 as an example, COD 4. So back in COD 4, Infinity Ward kinda rejuvenated the Quake engine with a lot of modifications that they'd made to it. Obviously the overhauls that they made the game run at a lot smoother frame rate. The game ran just a lot better in general, and it looked a lot nicer as well, going from COD 3 at least. So in COD 4, they done all these big innovations, and for the future year in World at War with Treyarch's next title, they took a lot of these big changes that Infinity Ward had made, and I'm not saying that they copy-pasted, but they basically just used Infinity Ward's engine modifications for World at War, which is why World at War runs very similarly to COD 4 at times, because it more or less is just running on the COD 4 engine. Now, they've done this quite a few times in the past where Infinity Ward have come out with something and then Treyarch have copied suit, or vice versa. And I feel like this year with Modern Warfare 2019 it is the best time for Treyarch to use Infinity Ward's new engine. Now, this leaked gameplay that's went around from Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War or Black Ops Reboot, whatever it is, the leaked gameplay that we've seen is pre-alpha and it's been struck down by Activision, so you can assume that maybe it does have a slight bit of credibility to it. But anyways, the gameplay is one thing I've seen a lot of people saying so far, is it looks a lot like Modern Warfare, and of course there was the tweets from that, was it Chinese or some Asian person? Anyway, we'll not go with the racist term because someone will be like, you fucking racist, cancel him. Anyway, apparently one guy has leaked on Twitter that the game will play very similarly to Modern Warfare. Now, a lot of people assumed, oh shit dude, this means it's going to be campy, it's going to be slow paced as hell, this, that and the other things. But I think more what I referred to was that the game engine will be running on Modern Warfare's engine, and by that it will run pretty similarly to Modern Warfare. Not that people are going to play it the same as Modern Warfare, because I doubt Treyarch would implement the mountain mechanics and all the other stuff that Infinity Ward came out with this year, but I think more so it's going to be a case of the game engine is going to run like Modern Warfare, and the game as a result will kind of feel a wee bit like Modern Warfare, which makes sense. Obviously the game engine this year that they use for Modern Warfare, you can assume it still is just the Quake engine, right? But there's a lot of improvements to it, but at the same time it also feels like they've taken 2 steps forward and 3 steps back with this game. Anyways, there's the bad gameplay decisions that Infinity Ward have made this year. Obviously, we've talked about that enough on this channel. I've shared my opinions enough on that sort of stuff. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the gameplay mechanics Infinity Ward have came out with this year. But overall, at the end of the day, the way the game runs and the way the game is built is decent. Like, it looks great, it sounds great, but the overall footstep noise is insane. Obviously, that's one thing that is just too good in this game, which is something that obviously Treyarch will probably fix next year. I doubt Treyarch are going to have elephant sounding footsteps in their game because they've never had that before, but you can assume that Treyarch are going to use a lot of these innovations that Infinity Ward have made this year, and I feel like this is a good template Call of Duty game to use for future installments in the franchise, which is probably what they're going to end up doing. I feel like the next Modern Warfare 2 will probably run on a very similar engine to this one, and it'll probably more or less play the same as this game, and Black Ops 2020 will probably feel like this game as well in terms of how the gameplay looks, sounds and all this stuff. And it's not a bad idea, because like this game, Modern Warfare, as I said, looks absolutely fantastic. Obviously there's a lot of art style choices that I don't necessarily like in the game. I like the visuals of the game, right, but I don't like the way the maps all look. The colours are all bland, the characters all fade very well into the background and stuff, unless you've got one of these characters running around in a garishly coloured outfit. That is really the only time you'll spot somebody easily enough. But aside from the overly dull and drab colour palette, the visuals of the game are very impressive, especially in campaign. Like, the sound design is great in this game as well. It's something that I'm a really big fan of. The guns all sound really punchy, and when it comes down to the actual gunplay itself in this game, it feels great. Like, the guns all feel super punchy, they all have a lot of weight to them, and they feel better than any other guns in the Call of Duty games before. I mean, sure, you can say that there is guns in previous Call of Duty games that have felt better, but in terms of, obviously Call of Duty isn't meant to be like a milsim kind of series, it's not meant to be based heavily on realism, but like the guns do feel relatively somewhat true to life. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to be realistic, because I'm someone that lives in Scotland. I've never handled a gun in my life before, so I couldn't tell you if they are actually realistic. I'm sure somebody out there will say how realistic these guns sound. I mean, I've seen videos from like Marines react to Modern Warfare, and they've said that the guns do sound pretty true to life, so you can base it off of that. They guys are the experts anyway, so I trust what they say. But anyways, I feel like this Modern Warfare engine, they can do a lot of things with this in the future. Obviously, there's a lot of big innovations that they made this year. I feel like one of the biggest ones is the fact that you're allowed to pick and choose what stuff you want to uninstall from the game on the fly. One of the biggest things that I've complained about with this game is how big it is, because Modern Warfare is just insanely big. It is way too big. There's no doubt about it. You can't even argue that fact. If you've got the full game downloaded, that is. But the decent thing about Modern Warfare is you can actually pick and choose what you want in the game. Like, if you've played the campaign and you feel like you're never going to go back and play it again, just delete it, free up some space on your hard drive. I'm luckily enough to have a decent external drive on my Xbox One, so I don't necessarily feel the need just yet to start wiping campaign packs and Spec Ops packs from the game. I keep them there just in case I want to go back and play with them at some point, but so far I've not played the campaign again after I played it once. It just honestly, like, people say it's such an innovative campaign, it takes bold steps. It does in some certain areas, but at the same time I've never really felt incentivized to go back and play it again. It was pretty dull. It felt like there was a lot of moments just for shock value. It didn't feel like there was much reason to go back and play it again, whereas there was other Call of Duty games where I'm like, I'm going to go back and play that campaign again because it was so fucking good. COD 4, played that numerous times. Modern Warfare 2 as well. Modern Warfare 3, didn't really feel the need to play that game that many times, but Black Ops 1, 2 and World at War, I could play those campaigns all day, man. They were great. Black Ops 3, nah, man, that game can stick itself in the fucking toilet because it's pretty trash. But overall, I feel like there's a lot of things that they have done that are really good in this Modern Warfare that they can follow suit with in Black Ops 2020, and it would really improve the game, the quality of life in the game at least. Especially if you're able to delete campaign packs, zombies packs, that would be a good one if you don't actually play zombies in the game. I know a lot of people are going to be like, but what the fuck, you don't play zombies in Black Ops? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Listen, I'm an OG zombies player. I've been playing zombies since Nacht on Toten, and I didn't even touch Black Ops 4 zombies. I mean, yeah, I technically did touch them enough to realise that I didn't like it, and then after that I was just like, you know what, nah man, I'm not going to play this. Overall, I don't know what they're going to do with Black Ops 2020. We still haven't had a shred of information about this game that is official. We have had leaked info so far, which is obviously as credible as you want to believe it to be. You need to take all this stuff with a pinch of salt because it might not be true, but at the same time, while the leaks have been flying around recently about other games and games in general, you kind of have to take some stuff realistically. I mean, there is some chance that it might be true, you know. But yeah man, hope you guys have all had a good day, hope you've all enjoyed the video. Leave your opinions in the comments below. What is one thing that you think they innovated in Modern Warfare that you would like to see return for Black Ops 2020? In my honest opinion, if there was one thing that I would just love more than anything to return, that would be the visuals and the audio design in this game, man. I think that's technically two things, but it goes hand in hand. The design of the cinematics and the visuals in this game is absolutely incredible, and I feel like they would do such a good job having a Treyarch game running on this engine. Like, oh my goodness man, imagine Black Ops 2020 running on this engine. It'd be insane, dude. Imagine how good some of it would look. It'd look almost like a film at points. Who knows man, it'll look even better on the next gen systems, that's for sure. I mean, who knows if they're delaying the game to be able to run it on the next gen systems, or if it's just going to be another Call of Duty Ghosts kind of game where it's stuck between two different systems, because that was the case with COD Ghosts. It was developed for next gen, but then it also, or it was developed for last gen, but then it also had to be ported onto next gen, so it didn't look as good as it could have. But I don't know what they're going to do with this game, man. Hopefully it looks impressive. It probably will. I mean, next gen consoles, well, current gen consoles, Xbox One and PS4, they've got the pro versions of the consoles, and they're at the point where they're cheap enough to get your hands on an Xbox One X. I, stupidly enough, got myself an Xbox One X at one point last year, and it feels a little bit redundant getting it now because, well, there's the Xbox One Series X, or the Xbox Series X, which is coming out very soon. So who knows, man. Hopefully the next games look incredible on this console. That's all I'm hoping for, and I know they probably will anyway. But yeah, as I said man, leave your opinions in the comments below. What would you like to see in Black Ops 2020 that's an improvement that was made in Modern Warfare? And yeah, hope you boys have all had a good day. Stay safe everybody. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Just another wee note at the end of the video here. I've got another video in the works very shortly. It is a Gears of War 5 campaign review. It's a bit of a big lengthy boy, so it's going to take a wee bit of time to edit, which is why I've put out this video, just to have a wee bit of video content out in the meantime, because it'll be days until I finish this Gears 5 review. So yeah, I hope you boys have enjoyed the video. I'll see you all later. Have a good day, boys. Peace.